All right. And then I'm going to share my screen for the rest of the time. Okay. So just want to welcome everyone to the orientation. This is for our Race to Beat Women's Cancers 5K that's coming up September 4th. That's Labor Day weekend. It's a Sunday, and it's going to be held at North Park. Our agenda today is going to be just a welcome and an overview of the 5K at North Park. We're going to share with you who your volunteer leads are, and then individual assignments. I am going to, right after this meeting, I will be sharing a list of all the volunteers and your assignments. So I am going to go over all the assignments just so we all are aware of what's going on that day, because you may be pulled from your assignment if we have a poor showing of an assignment, say on course monitors or things like that. I did get some of you that have signed up. I do know that there may be some things that you cannot do, so we are aware of that, and we have placed you in a position according to what you're able to do. So the Race to Beat Women's Cancer last year was our inaugural year, and we raised over $180,000 for women's cancer, for patient care, and for research. This was developed to have support and dollars stay right here in Pittsburgh. However, our research reach is global. We thank our hosts of the 5K. This is a collaboration between two different hospitals, our foundation, and then another foundation, Glimmer of Hope Foundation, UPMC Home and Cancer Center, UPMC Magee-Womens Hospital, and Magee-Womens Research Institute and Foundation. We are honored to have GBU Life and WTA as our presenting sponsors this year, but we also want to recognize all of the other sponsors who are supporting the 5K. But most of all, I want to thank you for volunteering and donating of your time to help make this race successful. Volunteers are the epitome for any event. Without your support, this event does not happen. So I personally want to say thank you. I do want to share, and I hope this share is okay. And if not, I will email this as well, a link to this YouTube. But this is the wrap-up video from last year. Oops.
Today we celebrate our survivors, their families, and their friends. We honor all the women and men who have lost their lives, and we support the vision of a future free from women's cancers.
We're not going to beat this disease alone, but you, the survivors, the families of the survivors, you understand what it means.
Just want to make sure. I'm sorry. Okay.
To have a support system, to have a team behind you. I see faces on t-shirts out there. That's what it's all about. We're here to save people.
Thank you for supporting these cancer patients. You showed up today when it would have been easier to stay in bed. Thank you.
For more than 20 years, along with UPMC Magee-Womens Hospital, Magee-Womens Research Institute and Foundation, and the Hillman Cancer Center, we have worked tirelessly to fight and find cures for the cancers that most affect women: breast cancers, ovarian cancer, and gynecological cancer.
Women's health is incredibly underfunded, and we are working hard to change that.
40,000 women die each year of breast cancer, and the only way we can improve this is by doing more research.
Not only is this an opportunity for us to celebrate survivors, but it's an opportunity to further support our mission at UPMC Hillman Cancer Center and UPMC Magee.
The goal was to raise $150,000. That was far exceeded, speaking to the support that all of you and others provide for this fight.
And I'm so glad that we're having this event to bring cancer research funding directly to MWRI and Hillman for women's cancer research.
Research is the means to the end for breast cancer.
As a survivor and currently treating, Glimmer of Hope has helped me through these challenges that I've been facing, so that's why I'm here.
Sorry, guys. Okay. So this is our race agenda. So I'll just go over this so you kind of know what it will be going on that day. So parking volunteers, they should arrive at 6 a.m. In their designated parking lots. And then we will have volunteers in that area, and we will start shuttling people over beginning at 6:30 a.m. Registration for pre-packet pickup as well as race day registration will begin at 7 a.m. We are going to have a small warm-up at 7:30. We will do a welcome at 8 a.m. At 8:30, we are going to be doing a March of Hope walk within the boathouse. I'm going to say the boathouse parking lot. So we will start by the stage. We will head back towards registration, and then we will then all go and head towards the start and finish line and to begin the race at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m. In the boathouse lot, we will start switching over to post-race festivities and also begin some cleanup in certain areas. We are doing timed run for anyone who wants to participate. We have about 21 different medals that we will be giving out in a lot of different categories. So we have overall first, second, and third for men and women. And then we also have, starting from youth all the way through over 60, we will have different categories for first place man and first place woman. And then we should conclude around 11 o'clock and also begin cleanup. So we do need to tear down tables and pick up signage and do all of that. So if any of you are able to stick around and help with some cleanup, we'd really appreciate that. These are the shirts this year for the race. So the one on the left, the green one, is for volunteers. The other one on the right is for all walkers and runners, and also for virtual. So they are all going to be receiving everyone will receive these shirts. Our last day to pick up your shirts is August 27th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And you can pick them up at our Magee-Womens Research Institute and Foundation office, which is located in Oakland, near the University of Pittsburgh. We are actually right off of the Boulevard of the Allies, very close to the Parkway. If you cannot pick up then, you can pick up on race day as well, at the volunteer tent. One thing to keep in mind, if you are picking up your shirts, we are at our 3240 Craft Place. We are not Craft Avenue. Our institute's on Craft Avenue. Our foundation office is on Craft Place. So it's very important because one's on one side of the boulevard and we are on the other side of the boulevard. So these are the volunteer leads, just so you know. So if you know where you signed up, and just so you know, everyone who signed up for a position, right now that is where you will be. So these are all of our different leads. So we have setup, so we should all try and help. We also have a volunteer coordinator, Megan Sheasley and Ashley Mata. Those are who you're going to check in with on race day. We have parking and shuttle leads, Austin Herman and Matt Giuliano. We actually have 2 locations for parking this year. So volunteers can either park over at the North Park Ice Rink or the North Park Swimming Pool. And if you're not familiar with the area, if you put in your GPS, either of those locations, they both do come up. So you will see that's where the parking is. We do have parking in the Rose Barn, and that is basically for our exhibitors, our leadership, sponsors, and some of our physicians. The boathouse lot entrance, we will have someone stationed at the entrance because after 7 a.m., we will not be allowing any cars or any type of vehicle to come into the parking lot prior to the race. And we also have registration leads. We have, her name's Kim Rood and Colleen Straub. We have an exhibitor areas. We have about 16 different exhibitors that will be at the event, and Erin Bettler and whoever has signed up to work with her will help in organizing and escorting exhibitors to their specific tent. The March of Hope will be led by Brendan Foraker. And we also have the start finish line, water stations, course monitors. That's being supported by Meredith Khaleesi, Andrea Sanders, Blair Crumbly from Girls on the Run. We have the race medals and finish line. Those Sarah Rogers. So if you sign up for that, Sarah will supply you with race medals so you can give out. And those are only going to runners. They're not going to any walkers. The award ceremony, Erin Bettler and myself will be organizing that. We do have race refreshments. So that's going to be on Tennis Court Road. And we will have bananas and some snacks for the runners and participants afterwards. And then again, we have cleanup. So everyone should try to help. So here are some of the assignment descriptions. So we have volunteer coordinators. Those are the ones that are going to be doing, checking in volunteers and directing them to their areas. We have parking attendants, very simple, just assist in directing attendees to parking spots and then making sure they know where the shuttle area is. Again, if you are a parking attendant over in the ice rink and the swimming pool, you do not need to check in at the volunteer area. It would be a good idea if you would come on the 27th and pick up your shirt so that you can do that. You don't need to come to the boathouse to check in since you're already going to be in the parking lot. The parking attendants for the Rose Barn, they will assist with directing exhibitors and special guests to the parking area. There will be one person to check in and 2 people directing to spots. We have shuttle greeters. Basically, they're shuttle escorting and welcoming folks to the race, and they can get onto the shuttles. We do have handicap accessible shuttles. So they are equipped to also handle wheelchairs. We are allowing children and strollers and pets on these shuttles. We also have the boathouse entrance coordinator. Basically, this is the person that will manage the entrance so that only certain people can get into the boathouse lot. We have registration, check-in, and cashiers. These are folks who will handle pre-registered attendees. They'll collect any donations from any teams, because some teams, people write checks, people give cash. So that's when they should turn in their funds. Make sure that they have donations forms attached to those funds. They will also register any walk-ins for the race, make any changes if needed, and make sure any registration forms are completely filled out. The exhibitor area, again, this person will assist the lead in directing exhibitors to their tents and also help exhibitors with tear down. The March for Hope is these folks would help monitor the march, making sure that people are heading in the right direction. We also have start and finish line workers. Those are the folks that are going to help kind of rally everyone together in the start line and help keep the walkers and the strollers at the back of the pack and then the runners up front. Water stations. We have folks who manage the water stations. This year we will have bottled water, but we will also have cups available for the runners. Race medals. Again, this is someone that will help our lead in handing out race medals to all the runners. We also have course monitors. This looks like a lot, but it's not really a lot. Just directing walkers and keeping them on course. Make sure if there's anything dangerous on the course where they're standing, that they remove it. Cheer on the participants, cheer on the survivors. And then also, because the runners will be heading back after the turn back to the boathouse lot, we need to make sure that the runners stay to the right of the road so that make sure the walkers stay to the right of the road so that the runners who are returning back to the boathouse are not impeded by any runners, because this is a timed race. And those, I'm going to say the course monitors will be placed around the course and also by all the course mile markers. And then what we do, we ask that after the race is over, that you please pick up and remove the mile markers and return them back to the start line. The post-race refreshment area, again, these are just snacks for the runners and walkers to have, and they can take whatever they want. And this duty is for those, just to make sure that they replenish any of the snacks or bananas on the table. Post-race cleanup, again, any volunteers that can attend, we'd love for them to be a part of it. I just need to check one thing. Did I lose everyone? No. I need to stop sharing because I need to make sure we don't have anybody who wants to get in. So I will start back up. All right, we're almost done here. Okay, so parking for volunteers when they arrive at North Park. There will be found at the North Park swimming pool or the North Park ice rink. Again, if you Google those on your GPS, you'll be able to find that. There will be shuttles. They start at 6 a.m. They can escort you to the boathouse. Again, if you're a volunteer in either of the lots, you would just stay in the lots till about 10 a.m. And then after that, volunteers who are doing parking, you're more than welcome to come over to the boathouse lot. And the shuttles will stop running around noon. In the boathouse lot, there is going to be at the boathouse on the second floor an area for volunteers. We will have coffee and water and some snacks up in the room. And then there are also restrooms on the second floor in the boathouse. We will have a door marked for volunteers and staff only on the door, so you can see what the area is. There are stairs that lead up to the second floor, but however, there are no elevators. And this is actually the boathouse lot. So what happens with here is once you come over, this is the shuttle stop. When you come over to the shuttle stop, you'll come down this hill and then you'll head down to the other end of the boathouse lot. And right here is where volunteer check-in is. And then over here where it says OTB, this is the boathouse. And again, on the second floor is where volunteers can go and hang out, get some refreshments. Anything in green, those are in blue, those are exhibitors and also our partners. Anything in pink or purple, those are actually Magee-Womens Research Institute locations. And then we also have at the top here, UPMC is bringing their mobile unit where they are doing certain types of screening. So you are more than welcome to participate in that. Down below is where this road right down here leads to the start and finish line. These arrows here, this is the route for the March of Hope that then comes down here and then heads down to the start and finish line. I always kind of touch base on a dress code. We do ask that you please wear your neon green volunteer shirt. We ask that you do not cut the shirts. That means cutting off the sleeves or fraying or cropping them. We want to, you are representing Magee, Hillman, Glimmer of Hope, our sponsors, and our foundation. So we need you to look presentable. Feel free to wear tennis shoes, shorts. If you would rather, if you're going to be participating in the race, if you want to wear your race gear, I mean, that's all fine, but please, we just ask to be presentable. And then one of my pet peeves is when someone asks you a question and you say, that's not my job. If someone asks you a question, please write down my number and call me, and pretty much I'll know the answers to everything. And then I can share that to you and you can share that with the participant asking the questions. So my phone number is 412-759-5523. And then just to share with you the course map, everything that I've spoken about, I can share with you this. Again, down below is the North Park swimming pool. North Park swimming pool is the only handicap accessible parking location. Then if you go to the top left, we have the North Park Ice Rink. So you would either park in either of those two lots and then get shuttled over to the boathouse. Right here is the boathouse area. This is the shuttle stop. We do have restrooms. There are public restrooms there, but we also have gotten some portable restrooms for the boathouse area as well as on the course. Down here where the green dot is, this is the start and finish line. Right next to that, where it has the, almost looks like the Red Cross sign, that is where we will have UPMC Sports Medicine. At the other end is where we will have McCandless EMS on site. So the course will run from the green spot. It will go down tennis court to the end of Walters Road. It will then turn onto Lakeshore Drive and head down to where Coolidge Pavilion is. You will turn around, go back down, and then head back down to the finish line. Along this area right here is where we will have water and the medals and all the snacks. So between the boathouse and the start and finish line. So that's all that I have today for you. I'm happy to answer any questions. If you like to unmute yourself and ask any questions, I'm happy to answer any of them. And if I can't, I'll make sure I get the answer for you.
Hi, Denise. I have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
So I'm one of the volunteers that had some mobility issues. I have a problem with stairs. So I just wanted to ask, it sounds like there are like porta potties that you do not have to climb up the flights of stairs to access. Is that accurate?
That is, and we do have handicap accessible porta johns as well. But if you're looking at the boathouse lot, to the left on the side of the boathouse, that's where there's public facility as well.
Okay. And then I didn't see called out on the map where the registration is. Is that at the starting point?
Yes. So let me share my screen real quick and I can share that with you.
And while you're sharing, my third question and the final one was just, you mentioned you could park in the ice rink or the pool. Thank goodness I'm not in a wheelchair or anything, just stairs are rough. You said the pool was handicap accessible. Does that mean the ice rink has a bunch of stairs?
No, no, no. So that's where we're going to have handicap accessible shuttles in that location. We are going to have one over in the ice rink area. So we have 6 shuttles. So the ice rink area will have 2 regular, 1 handicap accessible. That's just in case people come there, didn't realize that the handicap accessible area is over at the swimming pool, but we're not going to turn them away. They would just have to wait till that shuttle comes back. Over in the swimming pool area, we also have 2 handicap accessible shuttles and then 1 regular. So the swimming pool and the ice rink are not far. It's probably just like a 1.5 mile drive. So those areas are going to be easy to get to. Okay, so your question,
where is registration? I saw the little map that you had put up, but I couldn't tell where the registration area is.
Okay, this is well, you know what? I have to stop sharing. Hold on 1 second. I'm just not good with the sharing part.
It's okay. Thank you for your help to answer these questions.
Sure. Okay, so when you get off the shuttle, this is registration right here. It's the first purple area on the left by the UPMC Health Plan trailer. Does that help?
Yep, perfect. Thank you. I'm not familiar with the park, so this is very helpful.
Okay. I'm also going to be emailing you both the course map and this diagram. But when you come, you should then head down to volunteer tent, which is down here.
Okay, thank you very much.
Sure. Okay.
Hi,
Any other
Denise.
questions?
I have a question. This is Ann Gasparich.
Hi, Ann.
I'm signed up as a course monitor, and I did that last year and loved doing it. And I think I just wanted to double check. I believe when I signed in at the volunteer registration, someone told me a time to meet with Meredith so she could tell me exactly where she wanted me to be on the course. So will that happen like that this year?
Yeah, definitely. So basically once you sign in, then you would just head down to where Meredith is. And actually Meredith is on here as well.
Hi, Meredith.
She's waving there.
Hi. Yeah,
Hi.
I would just come to the start line, which is which is on the map there, but it's by the Go Ape. And we'll have a brief meeting for course monitors. And then basically, course monitors are going to have to walk out to their spot, and the furthest distance will be 1.5 miles. So if anybody's not comfortable walking that far, we can give you a course monitor spot closer to the start finish line.
Okay, I'm fine with wherever you want to send me. But so the actual race starts at 9. So would you think like by 8:30 or something, look for you by the start?
Yes.
Okay. And then one thing
I would even say like 8:15, depending on how long it might take you to walk out there. So.
Okay, because who's taking the stuff? Is somebody else taking like the stuff to set up the drink tables and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll have that all set up probably before you get out there.
Denise, is Wolf Creek doing the timing again?
Yes.
I wanted to mention for everybody on the call, right behind volunteer registration, Denise already mentioned the bathrooms that are in the boathouse, the additional porta johns that they are renting. But right behind volunteer registration, there's actually a newer white building that's restrooms. It's totally accessible. And if it's raining, it's nice. It's, undercover, but well, most bathrooms are. But anyway, it's just like it'll be right behind volunteer registration. So it's newer. I don't know. Can't remember if it was open last year or not.
I think it was. But I'll double check with the park. Meredith, just so you know, on the course, have you been on Lakeshore in a while?
No, I know we were talking about the speed bump area though. It's been a while.
Well, there was a landslide.
Yeah, that they like coned off, and now it's kind of a narrow. Is it still like that?
Yeah, so we need to make sure that we have some good monitors there, so that because we don't want to impede the runners.
Right.
So,
yeah, it will get narrow, and that'll be, a crossover where some people are going out and some people are coming back. So
yeah,
we'll put extra monitors right there.
Okay. And I am getting a megaphone.
Okay.
So when I was there last by Go Ape, you can actually see where the orange and white pylons are. So maybe you might want to mention that to the folks in line.
At the start, you mean?
At the start, yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
And it's not a closed course. I mean, there will still be car traffic, right?
No, there shouldn't be car traffic, but there will be other pedestrian and bike traffic.
Okay, because there was car traffic last year, and I was surprised about that. But so like I was at the beginning where the folks came out of that tennis court drive and turned on the Walter Road. So I just told them to stay on the walker path because there were cars.
Yeah,
but I don't know if that's going to be different this year or not.
There is supposed, we do have county police that will be on hand, they should be over at that area just to make sure that folks are it's hard for them to stop the cars. But they should be monitoring that. So were there no county police there when you were there?
Actually, a guy did come and he helped set up some horses so cars couldn't come in, and we just like set it up so it was wide enough for the runners and walkers, but we told cars they couldn't come in and out. So they couldn't come in and out on Tennis Court Drive, but they were like on Lakeshore Drive, like that part where we're saying where it gets sort of tight. There still could be cars coming through.
Yeah, there shouldn't be. But I'll address that with the county police.
Okay.
Yeah. We're good buddies now.
Yeah, the guy was very helpful, the county policeman that came and was helping at my station.
Yeah, that's why I think we need, I think we need more course monitors in that area. Only to make sure that everyone's safe and they're safe too. So, okay. Any other questions? Okay, well, I will be sending out this PowerPoint presentation along with assignments, the course map, and the diagram. So you can have those. I will be emailing that to everyone. I'm also going to try, I recorded this, so I'm also going to try and share that as well. So if there are no other questions, we'll go ahead and end this, and we will see you on September 4th. So thank you again so much.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.